Go to bigmancomics.com for the best in action adventure entertainment. Hi guys, Gabe Eltaeb here from Big Man Comics with another expert opinion. Ooh, today is one that's near and dear to my heart. As many of you know, Star Wars is the thing that got me into drawing. That's what ignited my imagination. I was born in 1978. I started drawing at like 3 years old, and the first thing I do was Star Wars space battles. Why am I an expert? Oh, I don't know, 25 years as an award-winning writer, illustrator, colorist for all the big companies. If you've heard of it, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Justice League, and especially Star Wars. That's my artwork there, by the way, with Carlos de Anda. Star Wars, I have done it. I'm an expert when it comes to Star Wars and all things entertainment, story writing, comic books, all of it. So what is going on? Why is there spicy Star Wars? What are we doing? What are we doing? This is nonsense. I saw this today or last night in the news. There's a Clone Wars source book aimed at young readers, right? It's coming out, or it came out this week. And a new Star Wars book released Tuesday has introduced a transgender clone trooper to the iconic Star Wars franchise. Okay, this kind of crap has to stop. It has to stop. It has to stop. Oh, Gabe, you're a homophobe. You're a transphobe. You're a misogynist. Today I saw one that said it was a misogynoir. That's a new one. It's when you didn't like black women. That made me laugh that they're making up words now. They don't even know what they're afraid of or what kind of nonsense bigotry they're going to accuse us of. For the record, I don't give a good flying any, you know what, if you're gay, if you're trans, if you're straight, whatever. If you're a consenting adult, whatever, none of my business. No one's ever going to tell me what my romantic life with my wife's going to be like. That's my business and her business. But you know what we don't do? We don't put it in front of kids. We don't do that. And I don't know what is going on with the Hollywood people, the Disney people, that they are obsessed with putting their sexuality in front of kids. Perverts, all of them. Knock it off. And again, don't try this slick bullshit with me that it's, oh, you don't like them because they're trans or they're getting, nope. I would not tolerate this. Disney cannot do this. Disney does this, they're full of crap, and this is perverted to put in front of kids. That's not what Star Wars is about. Star Wars is a bunch of space wizards. And if you go to Tatooine and Han Solo and Jabba, a bunch of cowboy stuff, it's fun. It's action and adventure. And you shouldn't have to worry when the next scene pops on the screen or the next thing happens that it's going to be something inappropriate for children. Whether that be sexuality, straight like this, or gay or trans, whatever. We don't shove this in kids' faces. We don't do it. It's wrong, it's disgusting, and it pisses me off. Now again, what are my bona fides? What are my bona fides of Star Wars? Well, you may have heard of the best-selling, was it 2013, 2014 Star Wars series from Dark Horse? This is my artwork here with the great Carlos de Anda, written by the amazing Brian Wood. And I kind of know a thing or two or three or four about Star Wars, okay? I've made it for a living. So it's very personal to me. It was the main thing that inspired me. These degenerates. And look at that X-Wing there. This is Princess Leia's X-Wing. Blue and gray. I was the colorist for this book, and I made the color choices, right? We got a blue and gray X-Wing there. And then we had the dark squadron of black X-Wings, and many of them had orange and red stripes. That's going to come into play later. This is a dream come true for older, in the past, fat Gabe. I am no longer fat. Thank you. Congratulations to me. But this all makes sense in 1 second here. But this is beautiful artwork, and this proves I am a part of Star Wars. I've made it for a living. I've been paid handsomely for it. And this is gorgeous artwork, by the way. Carlos is a genius. We work together really well. Look at that Boba Fett there. But I'll show you why. This is me at 305 pounds. I'm currently like 250 something. Thank you. That is a real-life Star Wars X-Wing fighter with my color scheme, black and orange, at Disneyland in Orlando, Florida, and here in Southern California where I live. I went to see it in person. I was very proud of myself that a thing I put into a comic book was real life. The blue and gray X-Wing of Princess Leia, mine, my work. It's real life. That's me and my cousin and me and that fat belly I had. My goodness. Oh, I'm wearing another Creature from the Black Lagoon shirt. How weird. Much lighter now. Much lighter. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm a Star Wars guy. I take it very personally. I love Star Wars, what it was, and I hate what it's become. And with all the wokeness and the DEI and the social justice and just shoving blatant sexuality in front of kids. And again, don't try that bigotry stuff with me. It's not about trans or gay, because this wouldn't fly with me either. And you say, ho, Gabe, you're full of crap. You're full of crap because I never heard you complain about this. Okay, well, there's a little thing called context, right? This is sexuality. She looks very beautiful, very sexually appealing in this, right? But guess what? Guess what the context of the story is? She's the prisoner of Jabba the Hutt, and the sexuality of this outfit is to humiliate and subjugate her. So it's a bad thing in the story, and we know it's a bad thing. He's taking her dignity away, because when you watch her in all the other movies, she doesn't run around dressed like this. He is doing this to be harmful, to be hurtful to her. And yes, bad things happen to the heroes in the stories. They get punched, they sometimes get shot, beat up, sometimes they die. So showing a bad thing happening to a hero is not the same as this. If the troopers ran around like this, I'd be embarrassed to watch Star Wars. This guy, he's humiliating her. She's his prisoner. He's subjugating her. So this is a bad thing, and it's shown as a bad thing. We know a chain around her neck that he yanks. But guess what? Guess what the writers of this did? They had her gag this slug. She choked him to death. That's what they thought of this, the people that put this outfit on her. They had her get her just rewards. Remember, she tells him earlier, you're going to pay for this. When they're capturing her, when he's going to lick her. I never understood why he wanted to lick her. Here's the thing I've always wondered since I was a little kid, because I saw this movie, I was 5. I was in kindergarten. We were visiting Hawaii at Christmas time in 1983 or whatever, and we saw it at the theater in Honolulu, and I didn't understand why a slug man like Jabba the Hutt would be romantically sexually attracted to a humanoid. Doesn't she look as gross to him as he looks to her? Because it's the wrong species. But he's all, remember when he's pulling her in for the big lick? And but she gags him out. She puts his freaking lights out and kills him. So we have context for this with this. It's storytelling, guys. So it's not exploitive. To just put garbage like this into Star Wars for nothing but titillation. See what I did there? Or to put this in there to just, hey guys, sexuality, kids, what do you think of that? This is wrong. Stop doing it. Stop it. Disney, Marvel, DC Comics, Warner Brothers, Netflix, all you, stop putting stuff like this, straight, gay, trans, otherwise, stop putting it in front of kids. Stop it. It's totally wrong. And as someone who has made Star Wars for a living, it's so offensive. It's so offensive. But at least I got real life X-Wing fighters out of it. Guys, that's another expert opinion from Gabe Eltaeb. Go to bigmancomics.com. Get yourself one of the final copies remaining of the first printing of Dean Cain All-American Lawman. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. I'm Big Man Comics there. Everywhere else, I'm Gabe Eltaeb, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And check out the links in the description, and I'll be back next week with another expert opinion. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on social media and go to bigmancomics.com.